I succeeded at venture capital because, for years, I rarely thought about or spent time on anything else. Anything less than that and mitigated full commitment leaves me feeling frustrated and ineffective. A great idea can't succeed without a great operator, but rarely can a great operator squeak by with a bad idea. So, as pithy as it sounds to say it's all about the people, I only invest when I think I have found the right team for the right business. It is very hip to be an angel investor now. There used to be 2 dozen guys at these demo days writing checks. Now there are hundreds. There simply isn't a way to do the show without investing in a bunch more companies. When you get into investing, your default stance should be no, because most deals suck. Most deals won't make money. Most companies will fail. One rule we have at my house is be proud of what we invest in. I find talented, driven, boundlessly ambitious people and help them solve problems that will hopefully improve the lives of millions. Sometimes this means investing in startup founders. Other times, it involves helping organize and fundraise for charity or politics. One of my rules for investing is I don't invest in a deal where I don't think I have an unfair advantage and where I don't think I can personally impact the outcome. When you're fundraising for a venture fund, you're supposed to not talk. Ideas are cheap. Execution is everything. What happens next is up to you. The biggest journey in all of our lives is the journey from external to internal validation. Don't talk stats and charts. Attach what you're doing to a narrative about a problem you're solving. Silicon Valley today is populated mostly by people who would consider themselves winners of the traditional race. This causes the exclusion of the voices that are vital to a round, robust society. It's beyond gentrification. Just don't spend your money, and you're well on your way to becoming a millionaire. I have learned a ton about inventory, co-packing, wholesaling, end caps. All these concepts are easy to breeze by in what I do for a living or assume that there is a marketing manager or specialist in one of our companies that handles that. When you see a shark fight erupt, we aggressively want to understand what we are committing our money toward. How can you build something for someone else if you don't have enough familiarity with them to imagine the world through their eyes? I believe there is no natural ceiling on the revenue Twitter can generate. I also believe that Twitter's reach can become more pervasive and its impact on the world more meaningful. Ride sharing is one of the biggest problems that has ever been approached, that has ever been attempted to be solved. If you learn to live pretty simply and well under your means, you feel incredibly rich, and that frees you up and gives you the option to start something new, to leave the job you're not excited about, where there might be a glass ceiling on you. There is a great case for diversity. Diverse perspectives bring us into markets we didn't know existed. You have to offer value without expecting anything in return. Never stop selling. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Startup investing is one of my things, but it is not my everything. I want to be investing in the future and not the present. I spent a lot of time learning how to define myself internally rather than externally. I learned how to care less about external validation. I think that's given me a renewed confidence in speaking out loud. I kinda don't care what people think about me. I feel a lot more confident in saying what I believe. We buy things we don't really want with money we don't really have to impress people we don't really care about. Forget that. Effective storytelling is the key to getting users to understand and adopt your product, as well as imperative to recruiting team members and future investors. Good stories beat good spreadsheets. You have to ask yourself, you have to be honest. Do you really have what it takes? Are you incredibly unreasonable? Do you have an irrational sense of the inevitability of the success of what you're building? Or are you just here because it's fashionable? I'm good at what I do and still improving as I learn from mentors, founders, partners, friends, family, strangers, my own investors, and the experience itself. Being cheap now means so much more freedom and choices later. Simplicity is hard to build, easy to use, and hard to charge for. Complexity is easy to build, hard to use, and easy to charge for. Be your unapologetically weird self. The very best products and the very best entrepreneurs are the ones worth arguing with.